All right, let's talk about this concept called BPM. Let's come on over to my whiteboard here. And some of you may already know what this stands for, BPM. But let's make sure that everybody does. So beats per minute. Now, knowing what it is helpful, but knowing why it's important is essential. So why does a DJ need to know BPM? Well, BPM is the original tempo of a song. So when a song is made, it has an original tempo. So a song might have a BPM of 120 or 90 or 85, right? And me understanding what the BPM of the song is going to help me determine what could mix with that song. So I've got a rule of thumb, if you will. It is plus or minus 4. It's a general rule of thumb. So if a song was 120 beats per minute, then technically anything from 116 to 124 could potentially mix with that. Now, this is really important because for some of you, you may be thinking about only mixing songs within a particular genre. But with BPM, this now opens everything up. In fact, my library is sorted by BPM. So this allows me to go from house music to country music to rock music to hip hop to dubstep to like all over the place, reggae, right? You're not bound by genre. So as long as songs are within the same range of BPM, they potentially could sound good together. Let's go into the software and I'll show you where BPM is inside of the software. So if I come over to my left deck, you'll see in the circle it says 124, that's 124 BPM. And then on the right deck with Electro House Volume 1, you'll see it's 128 BPM. So they are definitely within that plus or minus 4 range. And I'll also show you that here inside of the browser area, there's a column for BPM. So I can sort by BPM as well and find songs that could work with one another. All right, let's talk a bit about basic music theory. Now, I know some of you have been playing musical instruments for a while now, and for you, this will be a bit of a review. For others, I know this is the first time you're maybe even hearing about basic music theory. Either way, I'm going to keep this super simple and make sure that we're speaking the same language. In fact, music is a language, just like French, Chinese, English, Spanish. It's important that we get used to speaking this language. I also am teaching you these concepts because instead of describing music as 4 seconds of that little section, like the intro was 4.5 seconds or the chorus was 7.5 seconds. Instead, I want you to use some of these terms instead. So come on over to the whiteboard. Let's talk a little bit about music theory. I'm going to write a couple of terms down: beats, bars, and phrases. Forgive my handwriting. I hope that you can read that. All right, a beat. A beat is a head nod. And I know that that sounds like a silly way of describing a beat, but it's probably one of the most accurate ways to describe a beat. So if I were to play a song and be nodding my head, every single one of those is a beat. I'll show you. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. You get the idea. All right? So beats. A beat is a head nod. Let's write that down. Beat is a head nod. All right, a bar. What is a bar? A bar is a group of beats. Guess how many? 4. 4 beats to a bar. So instead of how I was counting it before, I would count it like this. 1, 2, 3, 4. 2, 2, 3, 4. 3, 2, 3, 4. 4, 2, 3, 4. Now I know that that sounds like a silly way to count. What I'm doing is I'm just changing that first number. That way I'm able to keep track of the bar. So a bar, 4 beats. Cool. And a phrase. What is a phrase? Well, a phrase is a group of bars. Guess how many? 4. 4 is going to be like the answer to almost any one of my questions where I'm asking you for a number. But 4 bars to a phrase, okay? And 4 times 4 is 16. So 16 beats to a phrase. This can be drawn out like this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 2, 2, 3, 4, 3, 2, 3, 4, 4, 2, 3, 4. So we could say this 3 different ways, and all 3 ways are correct. Could say one phrase, could say 4 bars, or could say 16 beats. Either way, that's all 3 of those are correct. So I want you to get used to using this language, and when I ask you to describe different lengths, or when I describe different lengths, within the song structure, I'll say, hey, this is 8 bars, or this is 4 beats, or this is 2 phrases, right? I'll use some of this terminology.